What's up, everybody? We're here with the author of It's Water Time. Introduce yourself, ma'am.
Most of you guys know me as Tiffany, but I am really Tiffany Rachann. I am the lead developer of Imagery, which is an interactive platform for family literacy. So I put together programs, I develop activities and events so that families can really take advantage of literacy time. And I show them how to do it in their own homes.
Okay, we're here today to kind of highlight your book, It's Water Time, Ma.
Yes.
And I had the opportunity to look through the book. It's a really beautiful book.
Thank you.
The way it's structured, I like the content. Could you talk a little bit about the book itself?
Sure. It's Water Time, Ma came to me on the way home from a family trip. Actually, we were celebrating my grandmother making 83 years. And on the ride home, I thought about how a lot of who I am and a lot of what I've learned has come from my mother and my grandmother, of course my father and the rest of my family. But I thought about the familial bond that I think we're moving away from today. Mm-hmm. So I thought a little bit more about it, and I said, you know, what one element could really bring it all together for me? And for me, because it's just that important, it's water. So I developed a story and put it to the side because I've actually written 6 books to date. Mm-hmm. But It's Water Time was the second one. So I put it together and made a decision that I would get it published one day once I got everything else together. And for whatever reason, I was told to go forward with it. And I did. I met my wonderful illustrator who is the art director of Push Magazine. It's a local Black publication in Beaumont. And Thaddeus just brought the story together for me. You know, I wrote it, but he wrote it again. Mm-hmm. in his imagery. And it just really connected and it fit well. And after I saw the layout, I was like, oh, I can't hold on to this. I have to get this published and I have to get this into the homes of families, you know. So it being my first work, it's not actually the first per se, but it being the first really important one to me because it signifies all that Imagery actually is. Art, culture, and social responsibility all wrapped up in one. I decided that it should be the first title. And I'm happy about its success so far. I really am. I'm delighted, in fact.
How can people get their hands on a copy?
Oh my gosh, www.imagery.com. And you're going to click on My Books, and it's Water Time, Ma, and you're able to read what I just basically told you, not verbatim, but you're able to read the synopsis, and then you're able to order for yourself. I ship twice a week, so if you're local, you'll get it in a day or so. If you're not, 2 to 3 days, first class.
Now, I understand that different locales and regions have their own dialects, but Imagery is not a word that I'm familiar with, so could you spell it?
Sure. It is IMAGIREAD. And if you looked at it on all the logos, it is a combination of your imagination and what reading can do for you. So it's the imaginative read, basically.
Okay.
Compose that to
so
Imagery.
Spell that website out.
Yes, www.imagiread.com.
Cool. Now, could you go through the display for us a little bit?
This is my trusty case because these precious jewels. I like to keep them protected. And this is where I actually house the books, and I actually house some of the catalogs from some of the direct selling I do, which is here in 2 of the titles that I just chose to display for this event. Usborne Books is a company that I do direct selling for, and it is one of the components where I teach families how to build an effective library in their own home. I hear all too often that families struggle with, homework help and so forth. So these books that I actually chose are really good models for you to have in your home and to get your hands on them. They're cheaper than what we typically think of when we talk about building a library. So these are two of the titles that I picked to display. I have some bags here. A good girlfriend of mine who owns her own pediatric dentist office. Her name is Lisa Metz McGriff. She actually had put these bags together for this event, and I'm going to give these away because they also have some tips about health and well-being, and a pencil and a bookmark on the same lines of literacy. So I'm going to be giving those away. I talked about the Usborne catalog. That's this here. Then I have the sign for display that I typically take to my events. It is the poster that I use to advertise the book itself, and it talks about what the book highlights. It highlights family interaction, health and well-being, as well as social responsibility and resource preservation. So I always make it a point to give my readers or my audience what it is that should be discussed or upplayed when they're reading something, because I do reviews on the site too. Then we go from there, and we have one of the gifts that you get when you purchase today. It's either a water chart or a reading chart, and it helps your family keep track of how much water you're drinking on a daily basis and how much you're reading. So if you keep track of that and you complete it all, you take a picture of it and send it to me, I will in turn give you a shout out on the site and also mail you a free gift. So that's the table setup.
Cool. And just in case someone can say someone out there is friends with you on Facebook, or they get an invite about an event that you may be participating in, you take cash, checks?
I actually take cash, and I just did my first credit card. I'm so excited. I do take credit cards as well.
On the Square?
Right. Shout out to Square. That's technology at its best. But I do take cash, and I do take credit cards. I will be accepting checks here soon. I'm sure you know about the technology that's coming available where you can just electronically draft a check. So I will be doing that very, very soon. So in person, I take, like I said, cash or credit card, and on the site it is PayPal. It's powered by PayPal. So those who choose to order online, they can do so with PayPal or a credit card, of course.
All right. Well, thank you, Tiffany. In a minute, I'm gonna get you to talk us through a bit of the artwork and the project that's behind that.
Cool. Thank you.